Hey guys, my name is Ethan Rhett, and if you don't know me, maybe this will help you out once again. So when I was 14 years old, TikTok kind of became like my escape. And then suddenly, I kind of blew up on TikTok. It was kind of like a kid's dream. People started paying attention to me. People were supporting me. It was everything I could ask for. I felt happy again after leaning towards that for my happiness, which doesn't sound good, but if you get what I mean, you get what I mean. So, anyways, and then something crazy happened. James Charles commented and liked one of my videos. At that age and at that moment, it was crazy. It was pretty freaking cool. It's like I accomplished something. Like, oh wow, a big creator is seeing me. Like I'm being put out to this person's page. I was not a fan of James Charles, but I knew who he was. I didn't really watch his videos or anything like that, but yeah, you're gonna know who that is. It's one of the biggest creators at the time. I was super shocked. I was super happy, and honestly, I could probably say I was proud. Not long after he messaged me, hey, I responded almost immediately. Who wouldn't respond? It was exciting, but that excitement did not last long at all. The fun didn't last long at all. Um, it honestly came crashing down just as quick as it all happened. And I've already talked about this before. Hold on, I'm sorry. Anyways, months ago, I tried to talk about the situation once again, but it all came crashing down. I was getting threats, not just towards me, but to my family as well. People were messaging my family. People were calling me closeted. People were just doing some pretty mean things. And on top of that, my videos got taken down once again. So I said, you know what? I'm done and I'm over it. No one believed me, and everyone thought I was just making something up, which is my fault because I never showed as much proof as I do have, and that's what I'm going to do now. Conversations that I've had with my lawyers via email and conversations I've had with, the detective in that state at the time, I kept to myself because, that's not just my privacy. Those people have families as well, and I didn't want to get them involved. But why should I protect people who never protected me? So I'm going to be speaking about it, and I'm going to be going deeper into it, deeper than I've ever been, with proof of me having conversations with my lawyers and emails and just everything else. I'm not doing this for the drama. I'm not doing this for the attention, but I'm doing this because the threats and the silence have gone on way too far, and my story deserves to be told in the full truth without hiding anything or backing down from anything anymore. So what I'm going to do now is pull up the clip of me kind of first talking about it and getting y'all to understand the full story. And then after that clip is over, I'm going to be coming back and showing y'all the receipts of the lawyers I have and the proof of me being in contact with the Frisco Police Department and just everything else. So please just take time out of your day to watch this video. Even if you hate me and you don't believe me, please just try to understand where I'm coming from, and please let me show you the proof that I have. Hello everyone, my name is Ethan Rhett, and if you don't know me, maybe this will help you. Before I get into the story, I want to say I am not meaning to hurt anyone's career or damage anyone's reputation. I just keep seeing things pop up on my page, and it's sickening, and it triggers me in a way, But back when I was 14, I wanted to do social media my whole life. It's something I really loved and enjoyed doing. I started blowing up. I maybe created my account 7 months prior before I turned 14 years old. I ended up blowing up, maybe around 700,000 followers on TikTok. Everything was doing good. I loved it. It was just amazing. James Charles commented under my post and liked the video, and it was exciting. That's the biggest creator I've ever been in contact with or ever commented or liked my post. Anyways, he ends up following me and he messages me, hey, I obviously respond. I'm excited, but that's where everything went downhill. It got really, really weird. Anyways, when we start going back and forth on TikTok, he initiates after a few days, hey, add me on Snap. I'm
like okay, you know, I was trying to hide the fact that I was excited. You know, it was really cool. I was hoping that this was gonna jumpstart my career even more into being an influencer, being someone, you know, making others happy, and just that was my intentions the whole entire time. Anyways, me and James start going back and forth on Snap, and he eventually asked me, you know, what do I plan on doing long term? So obviously my social media was picking up and et cetera, et cetera. But at the time, I really didn't know. I knew I wanted to be something and be someone and help others and just being an amazing person and spread awareness on social media, all that stuff. And I couldn't really give him an answer because I didn't know. It was, yeah, I wanted to, but is it something I really could do, you know? Eventually ended up telling him I wanted to get into modeling or acting or maybe even both. And you know, he was very supportive about that, you know. He said, "Oh my god, you'd be such a good model, you know. You would do so well modeling," and just stuff like that. And obviously I didn't see anything of it. I was young. I was happy he was saying I could do that, especially coming from a really big and noticeable influencer, you know. I thought it was great. Brother kind of didn't tell me in a way, but my brother just he kind of let me do my own thing, but he kind of noticed you know, he didn't, how do I word this? My brother didn't think about it as the way I thought about it. My brother kind of noticed something and I could tell, but it's just, he was kind of just letting me do my own thing. Now that we got that out of the way, I'm just going to jump into a more detailed version of it. I know y'all been waiting. I'm sorry. So James started getting extremely comfortable with me. And I just, you know, I was so excited. I didn't really realize it at the time. We were FaceTiming, which I will pull it up right here in this clip, this next clip.
At least. I don't think so. At least.
Anyway, so that part was me on the phone with James that a friend of mine recorded just because he thought it was pretty cool as well. And I thought it was something cool to have. And I didn't think about it as any way to hurt him. And it stresses me out that my life was ruined because everyone thought that. It like, it's irritating talking about. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyways, James started becoming super aggressive with me. He would ask me to send him photos of my happy trail, which I didn't even have at the time. And because I was 14, I didn't have a happy trail, and I had armpit hair, but you didn't ask for that. And I kind of avoided the question because it made me super, super uncomfortable. I'm sorry, I lied actually. I told him I shaved my happy trail because I was afraid to tell him that I didn't have a happy trail or have any hair on my body other than my armpit hair. So I'm sorry, I lied about that. Anyways, you know, he kind of started being aggressive extremely after that. He told me, well, don't shave your happy trail grin again because I like that. And he was very intense about how he said it. I know it doesn't sound bad, but it was only if you could be in my shoes when that happened. It made me super, super uncomfortable. Anyways, I go to bed that night and I wake up to his sent to me, and it made me very, very uncomfortable. He would send me a photo of his behind in the mirror, and he also sent me a video of him in the shower, which those videos are somewhere on the internet. I'm sure you can find it. If I looked, I could probably find them in a Google Drive that we actually had for my lawyer. Anyways, he started realizing that I wasn't into that. He started kind of making threats towards me, saying he was going to diminish my career. He could easily ruin my career, just all types of nonsense, and it was bad. Okay, it was really, really, really bad. It started getting super, super intense. He started saying he was gonna ruin my career, go out and tell people I was gay and I was closeted, which isn't an issue. That's not an issue at all, but it was still the fact that I was a 14-year-old boy, and it scared me. It freaked me out. Anyway, so that's when I made that video. There's a lot more that happened in the story, but this video is about 5 minutes long, so I will be making a part 2. Thank you guys. By the way, I just want to say I am not trying to diminish anyone's career. I'm not trying to ruin anyone. I'm just getting my story out once again because it was put under the rug, and it's not fair to anybody that has gone through this. Now, if you're watching this in the same situation that's happened to you, not necessarily with James Charles, but other people, just know I'm here for you. I'm there. Trust me, I've been through it, and there's so many other people behind you. It took a lot for me to make this video, and it's gonna take a lot for me to make a part 2. But I have amazing people by my side, and I'm so thankful for that. So you can always reach out to me.